Only 3 games left in this season of APBA baseball, Great Teams of the Past, season number 4. We don't have a champion yet, but we're getting closer. This is game 2 of the 4-game series between the 1953 New York Yankees and the 1953 Brooklyn Dodgers. If you watched game 1 on YouTube, you saw Brooklyn put a pounding on the Yankees. The Dodgers won 10-2. So the Dodgers remain alive in the championship chase. And as you look at the standings, the Yankees still up there. Had they won, they could have clinched at least a share of the title, but that Dodger win keeps things alive for the Dodgers. Braves couldn't capitalize. The Braves lost to the Indians in the first of their 4-game series. So the Braves remain 2 back. Dodgers pick up a game with that opening win, and they are now also 2 back. So the Yankees 2 up with 3 to play. With a win here, the Yankees could clinch a share of the title. With a win and a Braves loss, they could win the title here today. So we shall see what happens. 53 Yanks, 53 Dodgers. They played in the World Series, and the Yankees won that one, their 5th consecutive World Series win. Yankees won 99 games that year. The Dodgers won 105. Game 1 in this series, we mentioned Brooklyn won it 10-2. Brooklyn got off to a great start, led 4-0 after the first inning. Yankees cut the deficit to 4-2, but Duke Snider hit a couple of home runs in the 6th and 8th innings to help increase the Dodger lead, and they would win that one 10-2. Yankees had a big pitching advantage in game 1. Didn't mean a thing. They'll have another big one here today. So let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Yankees, third baseman leading off is Gil McDougald. Batting second, first base, Joe Collins. Right fielder is Hank Bauer. Hitting cleanup and playing center, it's Mickey Mantle. Left fielder is Gene Woodling. Behind the plates, Yogi Berra. Second baseman is Billy Martin. Shortstop's Phil Rizzuto. And the starting pitcher for the Yankees is Eddie Lopat. 16-4, a 2.42 ERA in 1953. And this season, Lopat, 7 starts. He's got a 3-1 record, a 2.93 earned run average, which ranks him 9th in the league. His last start came against Cleveland, had a no decision, pitched pretty well, fairly well, 7 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, and 6 walks. For the Dodgers, leading off and playing second base is Jim Gilliam. Shortstop is Pee Wee Reese. In center field, it's Duke Snider. Batting cleanup and playing left, Jackie Robinson. The catcher is Roy Campanella. First baseman's Gil Hodges. The right fielder is Carl Furillo. Third baseman is Billy Cox. And on the mound for the Dodgers in this one, Preacher Roe. Roe 11-3, a 4.36 ERA in 1953. So far this season, 7 starts, a 2-2 record, a 4.40 earned run average. He took the loss in his most recent start against the New York Giants, went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. So Yankees, Dodgers. Yankees at 19-10, Brooklyn at 17-12. Brooklyn must win to stay alive. They have to sweep the Yankees. Did the first step in game 1, have to do it again here today. Yankees at 19-10, all 3 previous champions, the 1912 New York Giants, the 1920 Cleveland Indians, and the 1937 New York Yankees, they all went 21-11 to win the league by 2 games. And so the Yankees need to win 2 out of 3 to hit that 21 win mark as each team plays a 32-game schedule. Okay, Yankees, Dodgers. At least a share of the title on the line, could win it outright. We will give you updates from the Milwaukee-Cleveland game as that one goes along, so that we shall see, can Cleveland come back with another win? Can they beat Milwaukee for the second time? Can the Yankees bounce back and win a title here today? We'll find out. Leading off in the top of the first for the Yankees, it's Gil McDougald. McDougald's batting .260. Rough time in game 1, and well, it was true for just about all the Yankee hitters, particularly the ones at the top of the order, but McDougald went 0 for 5 in game 1. So Roe's pitch to McDougal, and we're underway. 36 is a 14. Roe will get things started by walking McDougal. That brings up Joe Collins. Collins batting just 171, 4 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Most of that came in just one of our most recent games on YouTube. He had 2 homers and 7 runs batted in the series finale against Cleveland. So, pitch to Collins. 42 is a 14, but Roe has the Z. Ball 1, ball 2. 63 is a 32, fly ball to right. Carl Furillo makes the catch for the first out. Here's Hank Bauer. He's been one of the league's top hitters for most of the season. He's currently hitting .286, 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in, tied for the league high with 6 triples. Went 0 for 3 in Game 1, was hitting .294 at the start of the week, which ranked him 9th in the league. 52 is a 27. This will involve the third baseman, Cox, who is a good fielder, a great fielder. He has a rating of 6. Second roll's a 26, so we're looking at fielding 1. And then as a sharply hit ball to Cox, he's got it. He throws to second. Gilliam makes the turn on to first. Double play. 5-4-3 double play, and that ends the top of the first. Now here comes Brooklyn to bat. Jim Gilliam leads off. Gilliam's batting 177, a couple home runs this season. 62 is a 29. Bouncer back to the pitcher. Eddie Lopat has it, and he throws it over to first for the first out. That'll bring up Pee Wee Reese. Reese is batting 212, 2 home runs on the season. 22 is an 8. Lopat is a 16 rating. He's a lefty. Reese is -1, so 17 on the 8 is not going to be a hit. That is going to turn into a fly ball to left field. Gene Woodling will make the catch for the second out. Here's Duke Snider. He had the big bat in Game 1. 2 hits, 2 for 5. Both hits were home runs, drove in 5 runs on the season. .274 average, team high 8 home runs, team high 29 runs batted in. So, 2 outs pitched to Snider. 16's a 28, and that is a ground ball to shortstop Phil Rizzuto. He throws over to first, and that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Eddie Lopat. To the second inning. Here's Mickey Mantle. Mantle had a really bad start to this season. His first 7-8 games, he was not hitting at all, but he really turned it on, and he is currently hitting .324. He ranked 6th in the league in hitting at the start of the week. He's got 4 home runs and 13 runs batted in. So here's Mantle to lead off the second. 36 is a 33. There's a Y, and Roe has the Y, so Roe strikes out Mantle. Brings up Gene Woodling. Woodling's hitting just 177. 26 is a 24. Ground ball to shortstop Pee Wee Reese. Throws over to first, 2 away. Yogi Berra is batting .238 with 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. He had 2 hits in Game 1. 12's a 25. Hit up the middle. Jim Gilliam's able to get there, though, and he throws the first. 1-2-3 inning for Preacher Roe. Bottom of the second, no score. Jackie Robinson will lead things off. Robinson, the league's top hitter, a .374 average. He's also got 4 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Just 1 hit in Game 1. 46 is a 13. Lopat strikes out Robinson. Roy Campanella comes to the plate. Campanella's hitting .222, 4 home runs on the season, and a couple of hits in Game 1. 21's a 13. Another strikeout for Eddie Lopat. Gil Hodges hitting just .206 on the season with 4 home runs. 65 is a 35, and that is a ground ball at the third baseman, Gil McDougald. He throws to first to end the inning. Played 2 full innings, no score. Here's Billy Martin. Martin's batting .241. Went 0 for 4 in game 1. 21's a 30, lifts a fly ball to left field. Jackie Robinson tracks it down, 1 out. It's Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto's hitting .181. Had an RBI in game 1, for one of the Yankees' 2 runs. At 34 is a 31. He hits a fly ball to center. Duke Snyder charges in and makes the catch for the second out. Eddie Lopat, the pitcher, comes to the plate. He's hitting .133. He's got 2 hits in 15 at-bats. 36 is a 33. There's a Y. Roe strikes out Lopat. Another easy inning for Preacher Roe. Bottom 3 for the Dodgers. There's Carl Furillo. Furillo is hitting .259 with 5 home runs. 15's a 7, and that's going to be the first base hit of the game. So Furillo's on board. Nobody out. Bring up Billy Cox. Cox is hitting .168, worst among the Dodgers starters. Had 1 hit in game 1, drove in 2 runs with it, though. So pitch to Cox. 46 is a 29. This will involve the pitcher. Lopat is a fielding 1. Second roll's a 41. So we'll look on the fielding 3 chart. So Yankees will get an out, but Lopat picks up the ground ball and his only play is to first. Gets the out. Furillo goes to second base. Here is the pitcher for the Dodgers, Preacher Roe. Roe's hitting .063, 1 hit in 16 at-bats. And I'm going to let him bunt here and see if he can get Furillo to third base. 55 is a 36. We need to check Eddie Lopat's wild pitch rating. He has a wild pitch 1, so no wild pitch. Instead, it will just be ball 1. Second attempt for Roe. 35 is a 13. Strike 1, strike 2. So the count's 1 and 2 on Roe. Let's try to put down, still keep trying to bunt. 45's a 14. Eddie Lopat has the Z. That's now ball 2, ball 3. So full count to Roe. I don't think I've ever had a at-bat before where I've had 3 different times before we get an actual something. That 13 is a 13, and Lopat will strike out Roe. He cannot get the bunt down despite multiple opportunities. So here is Jim Gilliam. Gilliam's 0 for 1. Runner on second with 2 outs. Gilliam just 5 RBIs on the season. They could really use 1 here. But that 26 is going to be a 27, and that is a ground ball to third baseman Gil McDougald. He will throw to first for the 3rd out. On to the 4th inning. Preacher Roe's pitched to the minimum so far as Yankees' Gil McDougald comes back to the plate. Top of the order. McDougald walked his first time up, but got wiped out by a double play. 51 is a 9. Roe's a 7 left, plus 1. That'll drop Roe to a 6. So 6 on a 9 is going to be first hit of the game for the Yankees. Dougal's on board. And now here's Joe Collins. Nobody out. Collins 0 for 1. 22's a 7. And that is 7 plus 5. Absolutely going to be a hit. Collins puts one into right field. Ferrillo chases it down. Collins has a single. Gil McDougald goes from first to third. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Most dangerous hitters in the Yankees lineup coming to the plate. First, Hank Bauer, who's 0 for 1, but 4 homers, 11 runs batted in, 15 extra base hits on the season. So what can Hank Bauer do here? Dodgers still early. They'll play deep, see if they can get a double play. 35 is a 9. And Roe's a 7 against a lefty. Bauer's +2. That'll be a 5. So 5 on a 9 is a base hit. Up the middle, Pee Wee Reese can't get to it. Gil McDougald walks home. Joe Collins stops at second. So no hits the first time through the order. Now McDougald, Collins, and Bauer, 3 consecutive singles, and it's 1-0 Yankees. Realizing I forgot to give updates from the Milwaukee-Cleveland game, of which there are plenty, so we'll get caught up on them after the end of this inning. Mickey Mantle, first and second, nobody out. 61's a 40. We're going to the rare play chart. Second roll's a 16. We're going to look at a play involving the center fielder, Duke Snider. He is a fielding 3. We need to roll on his second roll here. 55, though, is going to be on the F2 chart. Oh, boy. All right. Mantle smacks one over Duke Snider's head. Joe Collins will score. Snider bobbles it. They're going to try to send Hank Bauer all the way from first base. They're going to wave him home. He will score. Mickey Mantle, second on the error, goes to third on the throw. So for the moment, Mickey Mantle will have a double, and then he goes to third on the error. So essentially, Mantle, a 2-run double, scores Collins and Bauer, plus an E8 sends Mantle to third. But at the end of the play, the Dodgers make an appeal. They say, as Hank Bauer rounded third, he didn't actually touch third base. And you know what? They're right. Hank Bauer did not tag third base. He's out on appeal. So take a run off the board, and it's just 2-0 Yankees. So, all right, Mantle with a double. Collins scores. Hank Bauer is going to end up being out at third on, just say, tagged out third base. Mantle goes from second to third on the error 8. So, all right, a lot happened in there, but at the end result, 2-0 Yankees, 1 out, and Mickey Mantle's on third base. So things going the Yankees' way here in the 4th. Okay. Now down 2-0. Dodgers to bring the infield in with Mantle on third. And the numbers just keep rolling. The Yankees favor. That 31's a 9. Roe's a 7. Woodling's -4 against lefty. So an 11 on a 9 is going to be 29. So it's going to be involving the pitcher. Roe is fielding 1. 65 takes it to fielding 3, but it doesn't really matter on this roll because any way it is, it's going to be an out. And this is going to be popped up and caught by the pitcher Roe. So Mantle has to stay put, and now there are 2 outs. And Yogi Berra steps in. He's 0 for 1. Berra, 16 runs batted in, tied for the team high. He could use one here. 36 is a 14 with first base open. Berra walks. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Here's Billy Martin, 0 for 1. 34 is a 31. This will be a fly ball to center field. Duke Snider will have it. And that will end the inning. Yankees score 2. Could have been more. See if that comes back to haunt them. Go to the bottom of the 4th, but let's get caught up with what's going on in Milwaukee, Cleveland, because Milwaukee now must win, though if the Yankees were to go on to win this one. In the bottom of the 1st, Cleveland got off to a 2-0 lead. Bobby Avila and Dave Philly had RBI singles, so 2-0 Cleveland in the bottom of the 1st. But wait, in the top of the 3rd, Cleveland scores a run to cut the deficit in half. Red Schoendienst with an RBI single. So top of the 3rd, Cleveland leads that one 2-1. New York leads 2-0 here. If these scores stands, the Yankees will win the championship here today. We'll check in later for another Milwaukee-Cleveland update. Bottom 4 for Brooklyn. Pee Wee Reese, 2-3-4 hitters coming up for the Dodgers. Here's Reese, who is 0 for 1. 61's a 24. Bouncer left side, taken by the shortstop Rizzuto. Over to first, 1 out. Duke Snider, 0 for 1 today. 2 home runs yesterday. 16's a 28. Another grounder to short. And Rizzuto, he gets the second out. There's Jackie Robinson, who struck out his first time up. League's top hitter. 53's a 17. This will involve the right fielder, Bauer, who's a 2. Second roll's a 61, which puts it in the fielding 3 category. So Robinson hits a hard ball into right. It falls in front of Bauer, but he misplays it. And Jackie Robinson will go to second base on the E9. So a single and an E9. And now the Dodgers have a runner on second with 2 outs for Roy Campanella. He struck out his first time up. That's 16's 28, and for the 3rd time this inning, a ground ball to the shortstop Phil Rizzuto, and he throws to first to end the inning. 2-0 Dodgers at the end of 4. And over with Milwaukee, Cleveland, things have happened in the 4th inning there. In the top of the 4th, Eddie Matthews doubled and scored on Wes Covington's RBI single, and so Milwaukee and Cleveland are all tied at 2. So if Milwaukee can come back to win, best the Yankees can do here is clinch a share of the title. Top of 5, Phil Rizzuto to lead things off. He is 0 for 1. 12's a 25, ground ball to second baseman Gilliam, throws to first, 1 out. There's Eddie Lopat pitching an excellent game so far. He struck out his first time up. 54 is a 32. This time he'll make contact, but lazy fly ball to right, caught by Carl Furillo for the second out. Gil McDougald has reached base twice safely with a walk and a single. And this 35 will be a 39. We'll check the rare play chart. Also 43 on a 39. Nothing interesting, just ball 1. 22 is a 7, and Gil McDougald has his second hit of the day. 5th hit of the game for the Yankees. Here's Joe Collins, who's 1 for 2. 23 is a 12. This will involve the first baseman, Hodges, who has a 5 rating. Second roll's a 31, so we'll go on the fielding 1 chart. Ground ball sharply hit. Hodges has it, throws to second. Pee Wee Reese covering, back to first. Oh, no, sorry, there are already 2 outs. Never mind. Gil Hodges on that ground ball. He takes it himself, and that ends the inning. To the bottom of the 5th, Dodgers need to get something here going to keep their season alive. 6-7 hitters coming up, starting with Gil Hodges, who's 0 for 1. 46 is a 13. Lopat strikes out Hodges. Carl Furillo singled his first time up. 31's an 8. 16 on an 8. Not going to be a hit. That'll be a fly ball to center, caught by Mickey Mantle for the second out. Billy Cox, he's 0 for 1. I'm going to have to re-roll that so I can see the dice. 56 is a 34. Popped him up, infield pop-up, caught by the shortstop Rizzuto. The Lopat, 1-2-3 inning, on to the 6th. Milwaukee and Cleveland, they're still tied at 2. 2-0 Yankees here. Hank Barrow will lead things off. He's 1 for 2. He drove in the first run of the game in the 4th inning with a single. 64 is a 14. He'll lead off with a walk. Here's Mickey Mantle, doubled his last time up, drove in the Yankees' second run. 54 is a 32. This will just be a fly ball to right for Carl Furillo to catch. 1 out. Gene Woodling's 0 for 2. 23 is a 12. This time, there is only 1 out, and this will involve the first baseman, Hodges. 5 rating, second roll's a 52, fielding 1 chart. This time, ground ball to Hodges. He has it. He throws to second with Reese covering. Throws back to first. Double play. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-0 Yankees. Preacher Roe will lead things off. He hasn't pitched badly. 2 runs, 5 hits in 6 innings. Brooklyn does have a good pen, so Roe, we're going to pinch hit for him. And who can hit a lefty? Yep, Bobby Morgan. Bobby Morgan had a pinch hit home run in the 10-2 Game 1 victory for the Dodgers. So see if Bobby Morgan can get things going here for Brooklyn as he leads off the bottom of the 6th. 35 is a 14. Well, he does draw a walk, so the Dodgers have a base runner. Jim Gilliam's 0 for 2. 41's a 28. This will involve the shortstop Rizzuto, who's got the 9 rating. Second roll's a 15, so we're looking at the fielding 1 chart. Ground ball to Rizzuto. He's got it. Flips it to Martin covering second. On to first. No, Gilliam beats it out. So they just get the lead runner on the fielder's choice. Pee Wee Reese steps in. He's 0 for 2. 61's a 24. Bad news for the Dodgers is another ball hit to Rizzuto. This time flips to Martin and on to Collins, and this time it is a double play. And that ends the inning. Dodgers will go to the pen. They have most everybody available, and they've got a pretty good rated pen here. So looks like it'll be Bill Milliken. Right-hander with an 11 rating, so 4 points better than Roe. Milliken 8-4, a 3.37 ERA in 1953. So far this season, well, this is his 12th appearance, most on the team. He's 1-0 with 1 save, but has a 5.00 earned run average. He's given up 10 runs and 17 hits in 18 innings. He is tasked with keeping the Dodgers from scoring any more. The Dodgers can never get their offense going. He will be facing the 6, 7, 8 hitters, starting with Yogi Berra, 0 for 1 with a walk. 65 is a 35. Put Milliken in here. That is a ground ball to Billy Cox. He throws to first, 1 out. It's Billy Martin, who is 0 for 2. 13's a 14. Milliken walks Martin. Bill Rizzuto is 0 for 2. 65's a 35. That will be hit a mile high and drifting into foul territory backwards. And Roy Campanella will make the catch for the second out. Here's the pitcher, Eddie Lopat, who is 0 for 2. Pitched brilliantly so far. And that 45 is a 14. Milliken walks Lopat. Big at bat for Gil McDougald, who is 2 for 2, pair of singles and a walk. Dodgers need an out here. First and second, 2 outs. Pitch to McDougald. 45 is a 14 in Milliken. All of a sudden has no control. He's walked 3 of the last 4 batters. And the bases are loaded for Joe Collins. Collins is 1 for 3. Pitch to Collins. 35 is a 37. We're looking to the rare play chart. With the bases loaded, second rolls an 11. So we are looking at something involving the left fielder. And the left fielder is Jackie Robinson, who in this particular game, not a good fielder. He has a rating of 1. Reroll to get what this week will become. 51, not good news for the Dodgers because we're looking at the fielding 3 chart. Joe Collins puts one through, hits one sharply through the gap on the left side between Reese and Cox. It's into left field for a base hit. And then the ball goes through Jackie Robinson's legs. Billy Martin will score. Eddie Lopat will score. Joe Collins will score on the error. And Joe Collins, he will stop at second on the error. So big miscue there by Robinson. And it's now 5-0 New York. Okay. Those walks just killed Bill Milliken. Runner on second, 2 outs. Hank Bauer, 1 for 2 with a walk, drove in a run. 61's a 40. We're going back to the rare play chart. Second roll is a 66. 17. We're looking at something involving the third baseman, Cox, who does have the 6 rating. Second roll is a 16. So Bauer smashes one down the left field line, but Cox makes a diving stop on it, gets to his feet, throws quickly to first in time to get Bauer for the third out. But the Yankees score 3 more runs on the big Joe Collins bases loaded hit. 5-0, and the Yankees are getting closer to at least a share of the title. Still 2-2 between the Braves and Cleveland. Cleveland can win that one. Yankees might win the title here. All right, bottom 7 after the 7th inning stretch. Snyder, Robinson, Campanella, heart of the order for the Dodgers. Snyder's 0 for 2. 41's a 26, bouncer to the second baseman, Billy Martin. Fields cleanly, throws to first, 1 out. There's Jackie Robinson, who's 1 for 2. He's got one of the 2 Dodger hits on the day. He might have another one here. 22 is a 0. Roll on his second column. 36 is a 6. He puts one in the left center field gap. It rolls to the wall. Jackie Robinson has a double. One out. Roy Campanella steps in. He is 0 for 2. 53 is a 20. This will involve the second baseman. Martin's an 8. Second roll's a 34, so we're looking on the fielding 1 chart. And not going to matter. Campanella hits one between Collins and Martin. Martin dives. He can't get to it. It's into right field. Jackie Robinson will go from second to third. Back-to-back hits for the Dodgers. They've doubled their total from 2 to 4. Now there are runners on the corners. 1 out. Gil Hodges is 0 for 2 today. He's driven in 12 runs this season. Yankees playing deep, obviously. 52 is a 27. This will involve the third baseman. McDougal's a 4. Second rolls an 11. So looking at the fielding 1 chart. So hit hard to McDougal. Jackie Robinson has to stay put. McDougal throws to Martin at second and gets Campanella out. So a fielder's choice. Robinson stays put. Campanella's out at second. 2 outs, still runners at the corners. Here's Carl Furillo, who's 1 for 2. He's driven in 17 runs this season. The Dodgers really need one here. That 56 is a 13. Lopat strikes out Furillo to get out of the jam and keep his shutout going. On to the 8th inning. Four, five, six hitters for the Yanks. Mantle, Woodling, Berra. Mantle's 1 for 3, an RBI double. 12's 29. There's an X. Milliken strikes out Mantle. There's Gene Woodling. 24 is a 13. Milliken strikes out Woodling. Yogi Berra's 0 for 2 with a walk. 16's a 28. It's a ground ball to Pee Wee Reese. He throws over to first for the third out. So after a rough 7th inning, Milliken 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. He's due to bat here in the bottom of the 8th, but first, Billy Cox will lead off. Cox is 0 for 2. Eddie Lopat still pitching the shutout. Cox with an 11. And let's see, I don't think Lopat does not have a modifier. That 11's a 6, so another double for the Dodgers. Billy Cox leading off the bottom of the 8th with the double. That'll bring us to the pitcher spot. Milliken will come out of the game. Let's see, they're looking for someone who can hit a lefty. And it looks like Morgan was like the one guy who could hit lefties. All right. George Shuba, he's due. George Shuba comes in to pinch hit. George Shuba, in 15 games this season, is 0 for 18 at the plate. There's only 3 games left in the season. He's got to get one here at some point. Is this the moment for George Shuba? 12's a 25. Apparently not. It'll involve the second baseman. Billy Martin's an 8. Second roll's a 51. It's a fielding 1. And it just doesn't get much worse for George Shuba. He hits a shot, but right at Billy Martin. And Billy Cox had wandered too far off second base. Martin quickly fires to Rizzuto covering. Cox can't get back. And that is a double play. George Shuba, now 0 for 19. Jim Gilliam, now with 2 outs, nobody on. He's 0 for 3. 24 is a 30. Fly ball to the left. Gene Woodling makes the catch. That ends the inning. Go to the 9th. Dodgers season down to the last 3 outs. Still 2-2 between Milwaukee and Cleveland, so New York on the verge. They need a Cleveland win to win the title outright here today. Dodgers will need a new pitcher. On to Clem Labine. Labine, 11-6, a 2.77 ERA in 1953. He's a righty with a 14 rating. And Labine, best pitcher out of the pen for the Dodgers, 1-0, 4 saves, a 1.59 ERA in 10 appearances. It pitched recently, so it's really only available for one inning here today. So that's why he went in now and not earlier when Milliken came in. So he'll pitch the ninth. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for the Yankees. Billy Martin. 65's a 35 ground ball to Billy Cox at third. Throws to first for the first out. Phil Rizzuto. 61-27. Another ground ball to Cox. 2 away. Eddie Lopat pitching the shutout. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He let him try to finish this. 24's a 13. Labine strikes out Lopat to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers trailing 5-0. Is a 5-run deficit insurmountable? No, it's not, because already in one of these other games here played today, we have already seen a team come back from 5 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Phillies at Giants. Let me tell you about that game. The Phillies led 4-0 after 6. Let me preface this by saying the Giants, they lost the first game to the Phillies. That eliminated them from contention. So meaningless game between the Phillies and Giants. But Phillies led 4-0 after 6. The Phillies led 7-2 going to the bottom of the ninth. New York scored 5 runs in the bottom of the ninth to send the game to extra innings. Phillies scored 2 in the top of the 13th. Like the Phillies might still win it after all. No, the Giants come back with 2 in the bottom of the 13th. And the game continued. Finally, in the bottom of the 15th, Joe Garagiola hit a walk-off 2-run homer. Giants won 11-9. So already on this game day, we have had one 5-run comeback in the bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers' season at stake as they try to do one here too. Eddie Lopat will try to finish off this shutout. He's given up just 5 hits to this point. Lopat already has 1 shutout this season. He's going for his 3rd complete game in his 8 starts. 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Dodgers. Reese, Snyder, Robinson. Reese is 0 for 3. 12's a 25. Ground ball to the second baseman, Billy Martin. Throws to first. It's Reese by a couple of steps. Duke Snyder hit 2 home runs in game 1, but he is 0 for 3 today. 32's a 26. Another ground ball to Billy Martin. And that is the second out. The Dodgers season comes down to Jackie Robinson. The league's top hitter came in hitting .374 today. He's raised his average. He's 2 for 3, doubled his last time up. Can he extend this game? 15's an 11. Yes, he does. Robinson pokes one into left field. It falls in for a single. And the Yankees not really playing, not holding Robinson on. Robinson steals second. So runner on second, 2 out for Roy Campanella. Can he at least break up the shutout, if not anything other than ending this game, ending the Dodgers' hopes of a pennant? So Lopat, can he finish off the shutout? Pitch to Campanella. Nope. And there goes the shutout. That 11 is a 1. Campanella drives one deep to left. It's back. It's deep. It's gone. Roy Campanella, 2-run home run, his 5th home run of the season. And that makes it 5-2 Yankees. Well, the Dodgers are 2/5 of the way there, but there's 2 outs. Here's Gil Hodges, who's 0 for 3. And still let Eddie Lopat, despite the home run, finish this one off. 25 is an 8. 16 dropped to 14. A 14 on an 8 is not going to do it. That is a fly ball to left. Gene Woodling will make the catch, and that is the ball game. The Yankees win this one 5-2. They win at least a share of the title. They could win the title outright if Cleveland can beat Milwaukee. And let's go to Cleveland, Milwaukee to see what's happening there. Top of the ninth, Milwaukee comes to the plate, tied 2-2. Hank Aaron's on base. There are 2 outs. Bill Bruton comes through with an RBI single. Milwaukee takes the 3-2 lead in the top of the ninth. And then in the bottom of the ninth, Cleveland does not score. Milwaukee beats Cleveland 3-2. So Milwaukee remains alive by the slimmest of margins. New York will have a 2-game lead with 2 games to play. So the Braves need to win out and hope that the Dodgers can take 3 of 4, games 3 and 4 from the Yankees. So the champion not decided here today, but the Yankees do clinch at least a share of the title with their 5-2 win over the Dodgers. For the Yanks, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 4 runners left on base. For the Dodgers, 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 4 runners left on base. The Yankees, there's 6 hits, 2 hit games for McDougald and Collins. Collins drove in a pair of runs. Just 1 extra base hit for the Yankees. It was a double by Mickey Mantle. Eddie Lopat with his 3rd complete game of the season. He will improve to 4-1 after his 8th start. 9 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. For the Dodgers, they had 7 hits. Jackie Robinson went 3 for 4 with a double. Roy Campanella went 2 for 4 with the 2-run home run that broke up the shutout in the bottom of the ninth. Billy Cox had a double, so 3 of the 7 hits go for extra bases. Preacher Roe, let's see, he did not. Preacher Roe will take the loss and drop to 2-3. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Bill Milliken had a bad first inning of relief. He went 2 innings in all, 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Clem Levine came in and pitched 1 scoreless inning. So the Yankees improved to 20-10. Dodgers dropped to 17-13, 3 back with 2 to play. The Dodgers are eliminated from contention. It's now down to the Yankees and the Braves. We will have Game 3 of this Yankee-Dodgers series here on YouTube. Probably going to be a few days, probably going to be after Christmas at this point, as there are other things going on. So be on the lookout, maybe next weekend for the next Yankees-Dodgers games as we try to crown a winner here in Great Teams of the Past, season number 4. If you want to see the box scores, the recaps, all that and more, you can find that on my website, rogersportsgames.com. All the analysis, all the stats, those sorts of things. You can find out what's going on with this project and my other projects and everything I'm working on. So that is all from Ebbets Field. Yankees win this one 5-2. And action will now shift to Yankee Stadium, where the Yankees can win the title in front of their home crowd the next time we play. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe.